All right, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the Sports Hour with your favorite, the boss, here, the 9 o'clock hour, and kind of a 40-minute show here for you. Let's get right to it. We're going to be talking Browns and your Cleveland Cavaliers today. We'll start with the Browns. Browns taking on Pittsburgh yesterday, and Pittsburgh beating your Browns 30-9. The final score, Johnny Manziel, 33 of 45 with 372 yards, one touchdown, one interception. He got sacked 6 times with a quarterback rating of 40.5. Big Ben Roethlisberger had to come in for the injured Landry Jones, and Roethlisberger wasn't even supposed to play in this game. He was a backup due to a foot injury, but Roethlisberger showed everyone that they were wrong, all the doubters. He quieted them all. 22 of 33, 379 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick for Big Ben with a quarterback rating of 92.6. Browns, they were close in the beginning of this game. They were only down 15 to 3, 21 to 3 at halftime. But it takes more than just Johnny, and our defense couldn't produce. Also, the rushing game continues to be a problem. Manziel led everybody with 17 yards rushing. Duke Johnson had 10 yards rushing, and Isaiah Crowell, -5, and Travis Benjamin, -7. So, yeah, big problem in the rushing game for the Browns. Over at Pittsburgh, D'Angelo Williams had 54 yards rushing. Jordan Todman had 5 yards, and Big Ben had -1 yard. So just an overall bad day for both teams, but Pittsburgh seemed to have a little bit of an edge. Wanted to show everybody that they could win this game with the injured Ben Roethlisberger, and they did just that. Browns, again, more problems moving forward. So the Browns, in their next game, they will take on the Ravens on the 30th of this month. I'm guessing they have a bye week next week. And they will take on the Ravens on Monday Night Football right after Thanksgiving. And should be pretty interesting in that one. That game is in Cleveland on a Monday night, so we'll see what happens there. Other news for the Browns. Hawkins was hurt yesterday after a big hit to his head late in the game. He was hospitalized, even though he missed 2 games prior to that after getting hurt in the St. Louis game a couple of weeks back. He had a concussion then. Looks like that could be the case again. McCowan did not play due to concussion protocol, along with Dante Whitner and Joe Hayden. So when we come back, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk the Cavaliers, give you a little positive note, and get back into the NFL. This is Sports Hour.
It's Lake Effect.
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/Lake Effect.
Lakeland Community College is your opportunity for a great education.
For high school graduates and adults starting an associate's or bachelor's degree.
For hundreds of students starting college while still in high school.
For parents wanting to save thousands on a college education.
For graduates in high-demand careers who keep our workforce strong.
And now, earn bachelor's and graduate degrees closer to home through the Holden University Center.
Lakeland is here for all of us.
Visit us today at lakelandcc.edu.
For the 6th year, Lakeland has been designated as a military-friendly school by GI Jobs magazine. The list honors Lakeland as one of the top 15 colleges, universities, and trade schools, which do the most to embrace America's student veterans and ensure that they succeed on campus. Lakeland is also a Service Members Opportunity College approved by the State Approving Agency for Veterans. Lakeland's inclusion on the 2000 2015 list of military-friendly schools was based on a criteria such as class flexibility, which includes evening classes, online classes, and weekend classes. Also, military-specific support services, ability for veterans groups, and networking.
Come watch the Lakeland basketball teams as they take on Lorain County Community College at Lakeland on February 10th. The women start at 5:30 and the men start at 7:30. You can listen on www.livestream.com/Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio.
Be sure to watch us live on www.livestream.com/Lake Effect.
Attention Lake Trend Riders! Starting on May 2nd for at least the next 2 years, Lake Trend will be going back to Saturday fixed routes. This means on Saturdays, routes 1 through 6 are slated to run from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information on these changes, please contact Lake Trend at 440-350-1012. That is 440-350-1012.
Come watch the Lakeland basketball teams as they take on Lorain County Community College at Lakeland on February 10th. The women start at 5:30 and the men start at 7:30. You can listen on www.livestream.com/Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio.
Call or text into 440-940-6615 to request songs.
Workplace Etiquette Workshop. Get the job and learn professional workplace behaviors, communication, and technique, and how to dress for success. Friday, November 20th, 10 a.m. to noon. Seating is limited. Registration is required. Register at careers.lakelandcc.edu.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. This is Sports Hour here on the new time, 9 o'clock on Monday. So, going to talk a little bit Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs go into just a little wrap-up of the weekend on Friday. They beat the New York Knicks, extending their win streak to 8 straight games. Had a comeback victory in that one, 90-84 on Saturday. A little back-to-back for the Cavs. They visited the Milwaukee Bucks, a young, strong team. It looks like in the making for the Bucks, and it took 2 overtimes, but the Bucks did defeat the Cavaliers. Final score in that game, 108-105. LeBron coming out playing great in this game. He had a total of 37 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. For Milwaukee, the high point man was Greg Monroe. He had 16 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block. Next up for the Cavaliers are the Detroit Pistons in Detroit tomorrow night. Cavaliers look to bounce back off of the 1-game loss. So the Cavs are 8-2 to start the season as they try to keep it up with the undefeated Golden State Warriors. The Warriors getting a 107-99 win the other day against Brooklyn to extend their winning streak to 11 games. It looks like they're continuously good, which is a problem. They don't seem to lose. They don't seem like they have losing in their vocabulary, and Curry continues to be good every single night. And, problem with that is Curry goes down, there's guys right behind him that can do just as good as him. Let's take a look at the Brooklyn game for the Warriors. Curry had 34 points. He has had, I think it's, out of the 11 games that they've won, and they've played 11, I want to say he's had 9 games where he scored more than 30 points, including 2 50-point games. Maybe just 1, but Curry is on fire this year. If you thought he was good last year, well, look again. He is a force to be reckoned with. And, I have nothing against Golden State, even though they beat us last year. There's nothing too bad there. They're a good team, and they continue to be good. Everybody seems to get the ball, and everybody seems to score. Curry a little bit more than the others, and he's just that force on the perimeter. And from beyond the arc, he is deadly. So we'll see what happens with the Warriors moving forward. So for the let's go back to the Cavs. right now, the Cavs are having a good season. Period. I mean, there is no doubt that they are... they're in it to win it. After their first loss to the Bulls, they won 8 straight games, and then they lost to Milwaukee, as mentioned earlier. But it seems as though that they have a different look than last year. You know, adding Mo Williams, adding Richard Jefferson, getting Anderson Varejao back. This team looks different than last year. At this point last year, they had lost more than they won. I want to say in the first 5 games they were maybe 2-3 or 1-4. And remember, they lost their home opener last year to the Knicks. So this year looks a lot better. Through 10 games, LeBron assessed it after the Milwaukee loss. He said, we're not there yet. We're still learning. We need to learn every facet of the game. There's more that we need to do to improve. And I completely agree. I don't think they have it all together yet, but their chemistry seems to be there. And remember, Iman Shumpert and good old Kyrie, they're still injured. So when they come back, this team is going to be bigger and better than ever before, and expect great things coming out of the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Q. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Some other news in the NBA from yesterday. Go to yesterday's games. New York beating New Orleans 95-87. Memphis on the road, they defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves 114-106. Charlotte behind Nicholas Batum's 33 points, 106-94 over Portland. And Utah defeating Atlanta 97-96. Boston, a good 15-point victory on the road at Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant was out of that game for the Thunder. He has a hamstring injury, but he says he feels way better. But not good enough to play yesterday. Again, 185. The Celtics over the Thunder. Toronto losing on the road to Sacramento 107-101. And the Lakers, how about that? They actually won behind Kobe Bryant 97-85 over the Cavs opponent tomorrow night, the Pistons. So Pistons, though, having a guy in Andre Drummond that's having a historic season. He's joined Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most, I want to say, points in the beginning of the season by a center, something like that. And just seems like he's on track for a great year. We'll see what happens with Andre Drummond. Some headlines in the NBA. Derrick Rose has had blurred vision for months, it is said in a report. Looking at this report, he says he's feeling more comfortable on the floor, but he continues to recover from that left orbital fracture that he had. He says he suffered the fracture during the Bulls' first training camp practice on September 29th. He was admitted. He admitted that he had problems with double vision since having the surgery on September 30th. Here's what he said. Here's what Coach Hoiberg said in a quote. The doctors said it would be as long as 3 months, but the vision has continued to improve, and that's obviously a positive. So unaware that Derrick Rose is having any problems. Here's what he said. This is my first time hearing about it, Rose said, of the possible 3-month timeline. But you kind of have that hope in your mind that it gets well a lot quicker. But for this to be 7 or 8 weeks out and still the same way, I can't do nothing but live with it. Get the most out of every day, keep putting my deposits in, and keep working on my game until my eye gets better, unquote. So that's what Derrick Rose said about his blurred vision. Go back to some more NBA headlines. Kevin Durant, again, like I mentioned earlier, out with a hamstring injury against Boston, but he said his hamstring continues to get way better. Again, in the game with the Celtics yesterday, Marcus Smart shined in the win. Russell Westbrook said even though he had a good game, he's not going to give him much credit. Kobe Bryant, in their next game against the Suns for the Lakers, he's going to sit out because of his backs and because of his back, and his legs are sore. DeMarcus Cousins for the Kings, he will pay for a funeral of a high school athlete that was shot in California. That's pretty nice of him. That's a nice side of DeMarcus Cousins that we haven't seen before. And changing of the guard, Steph Curry tops the three-point list. Going to that story, he passes his dad, Del Curry, on the NBA for the all-time three-pointers made list in the league. He's made 57 three-pointers through the first 11 games. Here's what Curry said about it. He said, I knew about it going into the game. It's a pretty special moment for my family. I'm sure my dad never dreamt of the day when one of his sons would pass him. So that's how that is. Curry passed his dad on the three-point list in the Brooklyn game the other night. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk the NFL, more Browns and Cavs, and closing thoughts. When we come back, this is the Sports Hour on Lake Effect Radio.
It's Lake Effect.
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/LakeEffect.
Be sure to watch us live on www.livestream.com/LakeEffect.
And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. I
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/Lake Effect.
Proposition, I'm corrupt. You'll never be my only one. It ain't no fun if the homies can't handle. It ain't no fun if the homies can't handle. It ain't no fun if the homies can't handle. It ain't no fun if the homies can't handle. Guess who's back in the house with a fat for your recognize, do too, cause when get scandalous and pull a voodoo, what you gon' do? You really don't know, so I'd advise you not to trust that. Silly of me to fall in love with a knowing damn well I'm too caught up with my grip. Now as the sun rotates and my game grows bigger, how many wanna name Snoop Doggy? I'm all the above, I'm too swift on my toes to get caught up with you. But see, it ain't no fun if my homies can't get a taste of it, cause you know I don't love it. Woo! Now you know, inhale, exhale with my flow. 1 for the money, 2 for the 3 to get ready, and 4 to hit the switches in my Chevy. 6 for red to be exact, with on my side and on my back. So back up, because I'm struggling, and then start juggling these motherfuckers. It's me, Warren G, with the clout. Woo!
If I could find assurance to leave you behind, I case for you. Up and out of this maze. The first step is the one you believe in. The second one might be profound. If I could find assurance to leave you behind, I know my better half would fade. I'll follow you down.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. This is Sports Hour here in the 9 o'clock hour. So, about 10 minutes left in the show, and we're going to get right to some NFL scores for you. Detroit, a surprising win over Green Bay, 18-16. Tampa Bay defeating Dallas 10-6. Carolina staying undefeated. They beat Tennessee 27-10. Chicago on the road in St. Louis. They get a much-needed win, 37-13 over Nick Foles and the Rams. Washington dominating yesterday, 47-14 over New Orleans. Miami defeating Philadelphia as Sam Bradford gets injured, 20-19 in Philly. Jacksonville, a last-second injury off of a flag on a game-ending sack. It looked like the Ravens had sacked Blake Bortles, but he was grabbed by the face mask. They were given a 15-yard penalty, and their kicker for Jacksonville kicked in the game-winning field goal from 53 yards out to give a 22-20 lead and the win to Jacksonville. Minnesota against the Raiders yesterday. Minnesota defeating the Raiders 30-14 in Oakland. New England really big win on the road, 27-26 over the Giants. And Kansas City behind Peyton Manning's record-breaking day, breaking Brett Favre's record yesterday. But besides that, he played horrible, and he has a partial tear of his plantar fascia. I think that's how it's called. I think it's in his foot. Kansas City winning 29-13 in Denver, and Arizona coming back to beat Seattle 39-32 tonight. Dun 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 dun. On Monday Night Football, the 3-5 Houston Texans take on the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals in Cincy, 8:30 p.m. on ESPN. Some more scores for you. Go to college basketball. It finally has begun. Some Sunday scores for you. Purdue, 23-ranked Purdue, defeating University of Vermont. I want to say that's it. 107-79 yesterday. Number 1 ranked North Carolina Tar Heels beating Fairmont 92-65, and number 17 Wisconsin beating number 65 Siena. Siena already has played 2 tough games against the 2 teams in the national championship game, Duke and Wisconsin, from last season, losing both. Yesterday, again, a 92-65 win for the Badgers in Wisconsin over Siena. Some top headlines in the sports news. Peyton Manning has a partial tear of his plantar fascia. I think that's what it's called. He had trouble walking. It's in his right foot. He had trouble walking after the game against the Chiefs yesterday. He was pulled from the game in the third quarter. He had difficulty walking. All that, well, in this case, all that bad stuff for Peyton Manning. We'll see what happens if Brock Osweiler, the backup, will take the snaps next week. Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman, he's going to have foot surgery after breaking his foot yesterday in the win over the Giants. He'll be out for the season 6 to 8 weeks, could be back for the playoffs for the Patriots. Ronda Rousey upset, some big news here. She was upset over the weekend by Holly Holm in women's UFC fighting. Rousey was undefeated her entire career, and she got knocked out with 1 kick to the head. Big upset win for Holly Holm. It shocked the sports world. And but in an Instagram post, she says she will be back, sounding like the Terminator. Rousey, and I don't doubt that she'll be back. She's one of the best fighters. She's one of the best women fighters in history, so we'll see what happens with her. Broncos TJ Ward fears suspension after punching Jeremy Maclin yesterday in a play in the Broncos Kansas City game. He was ejected after doing it. Could be suspended for a period of time. And go to NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins in Phoenix as a trio to nab last Chase Sports event. Johnny Manziel was pulled down by the face mask yesterday by Arthur Moats in a sack against Pittsburgh in the loss in Pittsburgh. Looked like could have broke his neck. A lot of people were upset. And that was just finalized on Twitter. Arthur Moats tweeting at Johnny Manziel, "My bad on the face mask, bro. No hard feelings." Manziel coming back saying, "No hard feelings, man. Just part of the game." All right, guys. That's going to be the show for today. We're going to finish with some music. And one last thought for all of you out there. Just want to say, looks like the Browns are done. Go Cavs. I'm just kidding. I always believe in the good old Brownies. Again, Cavs visit Detroit tomorrow night at 7:30 on Fox Sports Ohio. I think that's Fox Sports Cavaliers at 7:30. Cavs are 8-2. Detroit is 5-5. Browns have a bye week. And remember, Monday Night Football tonight, Houston visiting Cincinnati. Next show for you tomorrow at 4 p.m. And after that, tomorrow night, the Lakeland basketball teams, women's and men's, will be starting in their home opener tomorrow. I'll be calling that game alongside a couple of others from Lake Effect Radio. Be sure to tune in. You guys have a great day.
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/lakeeffect.
Poker face, poker face.